Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is currently just now as we speak, we can see quite a strong red candle on the Bitcoin chart on the hourly here. We're gonna take a look at that in a minute. The most imminent price movements, maybe we finally see this wave 5 unfold, which I've been talking about for the last couple of days, yeah, that we were waiting here for one more wave down. So overall, Bitcoin chart, yeah, as you know, there were various scenarios. It was only last Saturday or the week before that. It was on the Saturday when I think that a week ago, when I told you we just need to allow for different options at the moment here on the Bitcoin chart. It is a very sort of not insecure, but a very uncertain environment at the moment. Generally in the crypto market, the market doesn't really know what's going on. People don't really know what's going on. And it is a possible turnaround space from a downtrend into an uptrend, but that is of course far from guaranteed. We talked about the potential and that there is a case here for a low, absolutely, but the latest drop of course is challenging this scenario. It is challenging the bullish scenario here very clearly, and for me at the moment it's still okay. Yeah, it's still at the moment there are no massive concerns for the bullish scenario at the moment and as we speak. But should the move down unfold further and should we drop below 18,900, then the probability is that we also will go below 17,600, which was the low here from the 18th of June, that we go below that will become much more likely. Yeah, so this is sort of going below 20.7k isn't great, but I think it will actually happen. But a move below 18.9k, yeah, that would be not a disaster, but it would seriously challenge the bullish scenario. At the moment, we just need to be guided by the waves. Yeah, there is a lot of uncertainty, and at the moment, unfortunately, due to the wave structure and the price structure, there is both scenarios are possible, bullish and bearish, unfortunately, because this move down was not strong enough to rule out the bullish scenario. So at the moment it is both possible. Yeah, both is possible, and we are in a state of uncertainty. So sometimes it's also just good to wait for confirmation. Yeah, a lot of people just always want to trade. They look for buy and sell points, but sometimes when you don't have a high confidence trade, maybe sometimes it's clever just to wait. Yeah, that's just my comment here. But overall, where are we at the moment? We are here looking at the wave 1 up, the wave 2 down, and that would assume still that we are here in a wave 3 to the upside, even though the price action doesn't really reflect that yet. Then we have here currently in the current wave count, we can assume this was a wave 1. This was also a wave 2, and then we had another wave 1 and another wave 2 here. Now, if we go below 20.7k, then this 1-2-1-2 setup will be invalidated, and we have to count it as a 1 and then an A with an overshooting wave B and a C. So basically this chart will have eventually only 2 1-2 patterns, which to be honest is also again more likely, because for a short period we had I think 4 1-2 setups here, which was a bit too much. Yeah, that gets unrealistic at some point. Now this is only one scenario for Bitcoin. There are other scenarios we talked briefly about. For example, here we had the Bitcoin, leading diagonal scenario, and this one is possible as well. Yeah, in this scenario even we can look at even lower prices, because that would assume that all of this was just a motive wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically going into the direction of the higher level trend, which is up. Yeah, this would be that count, which is also possible, and then a wave 2 to the downside here was already expected based on this scenario. We talked about it. However, in this scenario I would have liked to see, that would have been ideal for this particular scenario, I would have liked to see a move to 26,050 and get rejected from there. But overall, in this particular scenario, we talked about an wave 2, which would be coming, because if this here is finished, a 5-wave move, then you would expect a wave 2 to the downside, which normally, and you see the fib levels on here, which normally reaches the region between the 50% fib level, 61.8, sort of in that region here between 21,400 and 20,500 roughly, and that was reached. But of course you don't know which scenario is unfolding at the moment. It is unclear at the moment, and sometimes it's just important that everybody understands that things are not always super clear. You get the hot phases, where you're riding every wave perfectly, and then you get sometimes the cold phases where it is just sometimes uncertain. And to be honest, nobody knows at the moment what's going on anyway. You see that people talk about different scenarios. I've heard now recently some people talked about 10k Bitcoin again. Some people talk about, I'm just looking here in parallel for one bearish scenario. People talk about the 10k Bitcoin and whatever, so people have no clue, and I'm not telling you that I have a clue at the moment, because at the moment we have certain scenarios and options. Which of these will eventually unfold? I don't know. We can only say if we fulfill certain conditions, then we are most likely in scenario A or B, for example. So at the moment, unfortunately, as I said, due to the current wave structure and price structure, we can have a look at various scenarios here. And this wasn't always the case. For the last 9 months, there was for me only one scenario, which was to go below 28.6k, which was reached, and now we are in this possible turnaround space. Now the bearish scenario would look like this, that we had from the low here a wave W to the upside, a wave X, all of these corrective wave patterns, and then a wave Y to the upside, which is now unfolding in an impulsive wave down. I talked about that a few days ago, and this is absolutely possible as well. So you see how nicely we are unfolding down. If we now see a corrective wave 2 to the upside, that is a reason for concern for the bullish scenario, absolutely. So what we want to see, maybe now or after one more little dip, we want to see an impulse to the upside. If Bitcoin doesn't do that, it will look very, very bad for the bullish scenario. And we just need to understand that. All right, let's go back to the main scenario here that we're following. So the main scenario is this one here still, where we can look at the current decline at the moment as a corrective move down. And as I said before, I would expect also here just one more wave down. Doesn't necessarily need to happen like that, but especially also how we are coming down here, it is quite likely. And an ideal level for that, I think I forgot to mention it in the previous video, was the $20,450 level. That would be quite likely in this current scenario. Why? Because if we say, all right, we had from that high, from the high at around 25,200, we had a wave A down, a wave B up, and now the wave C down. In this wave C, a 5-wave move, and we can take, to calculate a target, we take the length of the wave 1 and we add it to the high of the wave 4, and that gives us this level around 20,000, or 20,500 roughly, $20,500. And this is a key level, the 1-to-1 ratio, the proportionality target basically, where you say the wave 1 and the wave 5 have the same length. That is at least one key target here that we need to watch out for, just below 20.7k, which is an important level as well. But that is not an Elliott Wave level, the 20.7, not a Fibonacci level. That is purely here the previous wave 2, which also ideally holds. But if it doesn't hold, then we look at 20.5k. And if we go below this, so just that you know, it would be the 19.7k level, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. Okay, so hopefully you like the update about Bitcoin. Not really massive news, massive update, but it's getting interesting, and I'm sure either way it will be a very, very interesting remaining August and September as well. Don't forget, September is historically a pretty bad month for crypto. It really is. Evidence shows us that. But October, November, December is these are the best months in crypto historically over the last 10 years. October, November, December. So Even if we see one more low, it could really then be the last one, and then we will emerge out of it hopefully and finally get a bit of a run. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, yeah, then check out the channel membership and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.